So let's start off, guys. We'll start off nice and easy for you. Let's talk about Impact Wrestling. The main news coming out of Impact this week. Deonna Purrazzo debuted after Jordynne Grace defeated Taya Valkyrie to retain her knockout title. What did you? Obviously, I know maybe one person hasn't watched Impact in here, so they're going to be very quiet. Two people haven't watched Impact, so honestly, this was my first time watching an episode of Impact in, I want to say years. I watched pay-per-view not long ago, but I was happy with Impact this week, and there were some really solid matches on there, especially the main event. Rhys, what did you think of Impact this week?
Impact has come a long way, to be fair to it. Like, it's not... Obviously, it's had to take a step away from what it used to be, like the TNA. It kind of knows now. It's more self-aware. They're not going to be WWE. They're not even going to be AEW. So they're like trying to carve out their own little niche, and I think they're doing a really good job of that, to be fair. Like you said, you watched this week's Impact. Like, it was a really entertaining episode.
No, like I will say, I didn't watch Impact this week. That's just because I ran out of time. Sorry, just did. Life happens. Life comes at you fast. Like 1 second you just think everything's going to be fine, and the next second you find out they're literal Nazis standing by a Winston Churchill statue. Life comes at you fast. I was watching Impact on a regular basis earlier this year, and I did find it very entertaining. So I am not surprised by Rhys and Tom, your judgments. Yeah, it's no slight on Impact that I didn't. I just ran out of time. I just wanted to say that they have consistently been putting out really good content. They've consistently been making great signings like Deonna Purrazzo, who we're about to talk about, and Chris Bay. Shout out to Chris Bay. I think the guy's incredibly talented. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. That's all I'll say about Impact. Yeah. I'll let you guys actually talk about the meat and potatoes of the show now.
I just forgot. I just forgot. Oh, that's my reason for not watching it.
George is like, oh, the ring's got 4 sides. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, no, it's not 6-sided. I don't care.
You've lost my
Where's
interest.
Monty Brown?
Where is
Monty Brown? Where is Suicide?
on the topic of Suicide, it makes me laugh that the different people that have played him are all different heights.
What? You mean Suicide isn't just the same person?
No, there's lots of them.
It's almost as if he was made up to promote something.
Yeah, well, it's a very poor game.
Exclusive. George shoots on Suicide.
I like the Suicide character.
I don't, but that promo is never going to be seen by the wider public.
So yeah, we personally, I think it's going to end up being Jordynne Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo at Slammiversary.
Yeah.
Or a way to really have your debut match. If it ends up going that way, I think that'll slap.
Oh, of course it'll slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Host versus technician generally always slaps.
Yeah. We also had news that we are going to have a 5-way at Slammiversary for the Impact World Championship. We will have a returning Tessa Blanchard versus Ace, Michael Elgin, Eddie Edwards, and Trey as well.
It makes me happy to see Eddie Edwards in this position because I was such a big American Wolves fan. Like, I absolutely love the pair of them, and to see him now selling in the point he is, it's very heartwarming.
You know, I'm a fan of Eddie Edwards. I have to say, like, he's currently probably one of my favourite on the roster. And the thing is, I've watched Impact for like a number of years, watched it like way back in the day, and then went through a period of watching it again around like 2004 to 2014 to 17. Was never big on Eddie Edwards. I never could really get behind him. Even when he had the world title run, I was like, he's kind of there. But back towards the start of the year, I saw him for the first time doing this, you know, the more unhinged kind of thing he's going for. And I'm like, oh shit, this guy's awesome all of a sudden.
It was when he did the Tommy Dreamer thing and he lost it, and then he realised what he'd done. That was...
I got to see Eddie Edwards versus Elgin out here back in February, and like honestly, the crowd reaction to that match, they had no idea what was going on. I'm pretty sure they were just waiting for RVD in the main event, to be honest. But like, a lot of kids were just like, "What is this kind of wrestling? Why are they not flying around?" It was mental. To be honest. It'll be great to see.
Speaking of flying around, how is Trey Miguel in this position? I'm so confused.
Well,
last time I saw him, Ace Austin was trying to fuck his mum.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a running theme here. But basically, I think Trey's been in a feud with Michael Elgin, right? I think, and then I think they just wanted to put Michael Elgin in, so they had to put Trey in as well.
So basically, what happened was there was a number one contenders tournament or something like that. The final was supposed to be Ace Austin versus Trey Miguel, except Trey Miguel got attacked backstage before the match, so Wentz took his place in the match and lost to Ace Austin.
Right.
Therefore, in this match, it's 5 people and 2 of them were them. So you got Ace Austin and
I see.
In the final.
Right, cool.
Is it just me
being able to have that final match?
Is it just me that when you hear the name Wentz or Zachary Wentz, you don't think of the wrestler? I always go and think of Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, Pete Wentz.
Pete Wentz.
Yeah.
But
I don't think did Wentz attack Trey before the match?
Maybe. It seems that way. Like that's what they're suggesting. And
he's such a rascal. Look here.
I mean, he did deny it though when asked that very question by the North.
Yeah, and other news, obviously, Impact released their advert for Slammiversary, showing a lot of different past wrestlers. One name that's kind of prominent with returning at Slammiversary is EC3, Ethan Carter III.
And
what do we think about East?
Well, I mean, he should have never left. He literally was the face of that company for years. He should have never left.
I mean, he got his name due to being related to the then owner, and he kept on the monarch of EC3 in the WWE, and, well, unfortunately, we know how that run ended up going. I mean, it'll be great for me. I think it'll be great seeing some of these people hopefully return. Obviously, in the advert, we do have Rockstar Spud or Drake Maverick. He's re-signed now, so there's no possibility of him turning up at Slammiversary. But it was pointed out, obviously, the Bulgarian flag is in there. Now, does that mean
Big
we
Miro
are going to see a former Big Miro? Is he formerly known as Rusev? Is he going to be joining the Impact roster? It would be very interesting.
All I know is if they get Rusev,
that he would go to AEW. Yeah.
All I know is whoever gets Rusev needs to go to Tonight and pay them all of the money so that Rusev can come out to the real version of his theme. Higher Ground tonight.
I like that.
What?
I like that. That's a good idea. I like that.
Just pay them all the money, because Rusev's theme in WWE is just a rip off of that. Just literally go to the original guys, offer them all the money, light work.
And the thing I've seen regarding thing I've seen regarding Impact and that video is apparently Rusev is the highest named person to debut at Slammiversary, even higher than EC3. Because I think a lot of people are thinking that EC3 is just a given and he's just going to be there. So a lot of people want to talk about it as much. The other thing, apparently, Gallows and Anderson are signing a dual deal. So they're going to have a Japan deal and they're going to have a US deal, and Impact are front runners for the US deal as well.
That's interesting. I also find it interesting that in a promo, Rhino Cut said, "I have a tag team partner," and he has.
Yes, kids. Yes.
Kids, yes. And I really hope they get Heath Slater. Oh, that thing is brilliant.
I really hope Heath Slater quickly goes and trademarks "I'm just one man," because that would pop so many people to just hear that "I'm just one man" at the beginning of his theme.
Just to stoke the fire a little bit more, I did see a report saying that they'd signed a former NXT tag champion, look back through the history then, the NXT Tag Champions who I think were released were, of course, Aiden English from the Vaudevillains and Eric Young from Sanity.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
So
Eric
it
Young
could
went back.
also possibly be one of them. It kind of makes you wonder if they're doing this on purpose. They're making people they're making
Basically,
different things to speculate about everyone and
100%, they are doing it on purpose. It's the nature of wrestling
out
business.
every rumor.
It's nature of
Out
wrestling
every
business.
rumor possible, and only 10% of them become true.
Long story short, we're all
Angle
gassed.
But long story short, we're all going to become massive Impact fans in the next 6 months.
I was gonna say, we're all gassed for
Yeah,
Impact.
pretty much.
We're all gassed for anniversary.
Before you move on,
If they get Rusev,
before you move on, there's another thing I saw. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. Someone will help me out. She was a former Impact Tag Champion. I can't remember her name. But someone tweeted her about Impact and this sort of stuff, and she says, "Oh, maybe basically went, maybe I need to come back." So if I can remember her name, I will figure it out. But there's obviously she's saying about coming back. However, if she comes back, who is a former Knockouts Tag Team Champion? Eric Young and ODB. I'd love to see them back on screen. Love to see that.
Yeah, he was a knockout tag champ. What the hell?
But I mean,
okay.
Kurt Angle recently refused to be Matt Riddle's manager, and then in an interview said he was open to having another in-ring run. I mean, could it be him? He was released the same day as Rusev and Gallows and Anderson and all of them.
Another WWE retirement, that means nothing in the long run. You hate to see it.
Taylor Wilde. Taylor Wilde, I thought it was. Thank you, Mr. Impact. It was Taylor Wilde. That's the one I was talking about.
And Mr. Impact has also said Eric Young will be back.
He knows. He's got the scoops.
Let's be honest, though. Eric Young did really epitomise Impact Wrestling at one point in time.
But before
did they put him in the? Did they put him in the kind of Daniel Bryan position at one point?
They did.
No. Yeah, they did. I won it like a week or two after Daniel Bryan won.
It was a really weird time because the Beatdown Clan around that time posed just like Evolution. Just after Evolution came back. So I remember Matt Fowler, shout out to Matt Fowler, he's probably the reason why I stick with this. He's the first person who thought showed me that someone with my kind of personality could make it in this covering wrestling like this. Just kept putting the two options side by side. It was either him or wrestling memes, I don't know, just Eric Young in a triple threat side by side with Daniel Bryan in a triple threat, both for the title. You know?
It's as if someone copied the other.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it was a little bit mad that period of time.
Just on the subject of Impact, I don't know if this is on your list, Tom, but another name that has been linked with Impact, and I don't know if there's any truth here at all, or if it's just wild speculation. Vince Russo.
I can't believe we're going to talk about this.
Someone has been watching Dark Side of the Ring.
Entertain me, Joe.
Listen, bro. Listen. Chick is your world champion? Not possible. I'm saying put her on a pole and have the other four fight over her. It's a swerve, bro. No one is expecting it, bro.
I've actually never had anything I've never seen anything of Vince Russo other than he was a bell end, and I've watched a couple of episodes of Dark Side of the Ring, and I'm just sat there just go away, leave me alone. But then again, I used to think the same about Jim Cornette, but in those interviews, he's actually quite funny. But his hatred of Vince Russo is it makes me laugh.
I love it. We're just cutting all ties here today. Just
you guys let me on
yeah.
stream with alcohol. What do you want?
I thought you don't do streams unless there's alcohol present.
Exactly.
So also there were a couple of matches on Impact, and I can't remember what they were. But yeah, but they were.
Look, we talked about Impact a lot.
What can I say?
so-
Look, I haven't watched. Yeah, I know. I don't know how we talked about Impact that much.